Hello, welcome. So we have the new moon in Sagittarius on December 12th, 12, 12. I love when numbers repeat. It tells me to pay attention. All right, so let's get into it. New moon, dark moon. That is when the sun and the moon are conjunct. That means that the sun and the moon are in the sign of Sagittarius. I also like to think of it as an archetype. It's a character. It's something that we play. It's dominant in some people more than others, whether it is your sun sign or your moon sign, or maybe it's your ascending sign or your rising sign. Um, so this is the mantra of I seek, I see. Right. This is the wanting to learn to experience life, and it is a fire sign. It is very much like get up and go. There's no nothing gathering under the Sag's feet. It's go, 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 right? And finding adventure, finding exploring like new ways to learn, new cultures, new ideas. It's the perpetual student, always curious, and loves to have fun and is very positive, like very joyful, brings a lot of joy, which is very appropriate in this time of life. We have a lot to celebrate as we're saying goodbye to a calendar year. Moving into winter, we have the winter solstice next week. So there's a lot going on, and I've decided how I wanted to do this from now on is not to inundate you with a lot of the mathematical things, and this means this and this means that. I follow the moon cycle because it's every month, it's 28 days, and it affects all of us. If you ask any police department or hospitals or even schools, they will tell you the energy is different throughout the moon phase, and it's highlighted on a full moon. But on a new moon, things are usually a little quieter. Maybe there can be a sense of depression if you don't understand what the energy is of the moon, and us feeling disconnected or separated because it's dark. It's like intellectually we know that the moon is there, but energetically there's still kind of a, like, where's mom kind of feeling. So yeah, so just having an understanding of it, and that's really it. That's what I want to focus on. And every month we have a different invitation to focus on different aspects of humanity, of ourselves, of how we connect to our world. So the new moon is about going inward. And when the sun and the moon is conjunct, the sun represents our conscious or our connection to the outside world. And the moon is our subconscious, right? What's going on below, and our inner world. So I just want to share a little meditation just to help you connect to this focus. And I would implore you to use this anytime you feel a little disconnected or you're feeling challenged to go inward. This may be helpful. But hopefully it's a little bit easier to go into a meditative practice because we are so connected, both our inner and outer awareness. All right. So find a comfortable seat. Oh, wow. I was really like leaning forward a lot. Now that I'm sitting back in my seat, I notice a big difference. All right. So we want to be nice and tall in our spine. We're not slouching, right? So we're rooting down and then lengthening. Maybe the navel comes in a little bit. Shoulders are rolled down and relaxed. We want our shoulders relaxed and our faces relaxed. All right. And before we close our eyes to go into a meditation, which you don't need to close your eyes, you can just look downward just to bring your focus inward. All right. But before we do that, just look around the room and find 5 things that your eyes capture. Right? And these 5 things can have their own story to you, and you might notice the story, but just connecting to the object. And once you connect to the object, then close your eyes. And once your eyes are closed, I want you to pick out 4 things that you feel. right? So maybe you feel your butt in the chair. Maybe you feel your hands resting on your lap. Maybe you feel other parts of the body touching. Maybe you feel a texture of your clothing or your chair, whatever it is. Just 4 things, what you feel. And then once that's registered, what is 3 things that you hear? And that can seem like a lot, but it takes a lot of focus, concentration. You hear the sound of my voice. You might hear a car go by. I just heard a car go by on my street. You might hear the humming of your computer, maybe your heater going on. So many things, right? So just find 3 things. And once you have the 3, then notice 2 things that you smell. So there's the smell of the room that you're in. There might be other smells, and you might be able to distinguish between the smells. A little cheat, if you can't, just take your arm and sniff your arm, right? So the smell of your own skin, and then you have 2 different smells. And then finally, notice the taste in your mouth. All right, so we've connected to our 5 senses, and now we're just going to keep our eyes closed and connect to the breath. Just the breath moving in and out of the body. And your choice to just observe the breath moving, or if you want to consciously move the breath in and out. Maybe invite a deeper breath in, longer breath out. Maybe feel that gentle shift of awareness. Maybe feel a little more energized on the inhale, a little more relaxed on the exhale. And as we notice the breath, we just bring our awareness a little more inward. And just see how you feel. So this feeling, it can be an emotional feeling, or it can be a tactile feeling, right? So if your nose itches, this is probably the worst to do, but if your nose itches, notice it itch. If your heart feels heavy because you're in a disagreement with a loved one, feel that. If it's helpful, place your hand over your heart or wherever you're feeling most intense, and continue to breathe through it. We don't want to hold our breath at any time. And we're just noticing, right? We're not analyzing and we're not judging. We're just noticing. And I invite you to give yourself the gift of gratitude for being in this moment of stillness. This gift to you, from you, for you. And allow yourself to know that you are free to choose this experience whenever you like or whenever you need. Any phase of the moon, this connection to your heart, and maybe perhaps beneath the surface of that, you feel that greater connection, that web that connects to all that is. And just breathe into it. And you can stay with this as long as you like. And when you are ready to close, just simply sealing your practice by nodding your head to your heart in gratitude. Thank you so much. So much blessings. Until next time.